between the Carolina Panthers. The Bucs kicker Ryan Succop about set, and off we go from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Mayfield. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he caught it up. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will finally bring this run back to him at the end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
What Hampton did is just get a fumble recovery. Everyone's into taking it the other way, trying to create points themselves right there.
They are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Fournette.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Mayfield on play action. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bucs had 10-5 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Fournette again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Brady. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Succop's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You like the 6 there, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Well, the ball is out. Michel lost it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A 2nd fumble recovery in this 1st quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the 1st fumble recovery, they were eager to get a 2nd one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. He'll buy some time right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. the gut, Fournette. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Nothing to score after 1 on EA Sports. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Hey, goal 66.
Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover across territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field to start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. On 1st down, Brady. And this is incomplete.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with White. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. To throw is Brady. And Rudolph has it, the tight end.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Brady now to throw. They'll swing this out to Fournette. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Take it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady toward the pylon, caught. And in front, Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, touchdown number 15 on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up then because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield off the play fake. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joe Tryon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaquille Barrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
You hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. Fielded at the 20. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Looking downfield for Godwin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Hey, Alabama. Alert!
Now Brady. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fields in right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Hey, check it.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant in.
See one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness. That's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are pouring it on.
Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mayfield looks to throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now Mayfield on 4th down.
incomplete. They cannot turn it over. Fournette, a first down carry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The tackle for loss goes to Matthew Ioannidis. Really nice play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Brady going to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Now a play fake. Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Sugar!
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, 26 yards. And the Bucs just continue to roll. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
On second down, McCaffrey. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough. And they'll be left now with 38. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore from 4 yards out. And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And finding the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here's a give to Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
In on the tackle there, Brandon Smith.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Brady. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. When you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Fournette. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead, your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
A handoff to Fournette. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.